And it's live. Okay, we are live. Double checking, double checking. I don't see it yet. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got it, girls. It's Melanie and friends today. Hi.
Hi.
Hey guys, it's a big day today. It's kind of like Charlie's Angels. Look at this. It is August 1st. Yes.
Wait.
We aim to take over the world. And it's 17-year anniversary.
17 years. That's
And
a long time.
It's
That is a
time.
long time.
We always say, I mean, you're gonna learn this, is that each year you're a team leader, it's like 7 years. So I'm like 100 and something,
Yeah,
you know, but I
yeah.
look pretty good for my age, right? So anyway, but here we are, we're celebrating because the changing of the guard day. And as you know, I have a podcast and I do lots of live interviews. That won't be changing. Just the location is changing. So before, you know, Mimi got me this sign, right? Love
Playing
this
to
sign.
win, yeah.
Playing to win, because we all wear the bracelets, playing to win. That's a whole mindset thing. And so we're about to take down the sign and allow Erin to like take over with her amazing, style of whatever you want.
Stuff.
That would be amazing. And so, and they'll just relocate to my home office where I will continue doing playing to win, which then is for the second half. And then I've got more up my sleeve coming soon. So, so we thought though that we would do, before we take all this down, we would do one final live stream from the office. And so I asked my friends to go live with me, and actually they're going to interview me on the last episode live from the Northwest Market Center. How about that?
I love it.
Totally
Let's do it.
unprepared too.
Let's do it.
All right. So what do you want to talk about? Ask away. What do you want to know?
My first question is, when you finally get the opportunity to sleep in, because if you guys don't know this, in true Melanie fashion, she's like booked starting this evening and on, right? So when you get back from all your travels and after mega camp and everything, and you finally have an opportunity to sleep in, how late do you think that you will sleep?
That's hilarious. Gosh, that just sounds like heaven. I don't know, 3 days, is that too long?
It's not, there is no right answer here.
It's too much. I don't know. I'm one of those people though, no matter how late I go to bed, I'm awake by, 9 o'clock is sleeping in for me.
Yeah.
Like 9 o'clock is sleeping in. Now that doesn't mean I won't stay in bed until like 11 because I'm like doing stuff and like editing something or whatever. But sleeping wise, yeah, 9 o'clock is sleeping in for me.
I feel like you'll be doing morning sessions at the pool.
Yeah,
With the
sure.
sunrise.
Yes, that's the goal. The part of what I want to do is make the health regimen my morning.
Mhm.
So I do plan to like have a schedule around that. And for me, because I just wasn't able to work that in for whatever reason with just different autoimmune stuff I have, like mornings are rough for me
Mhm.
generally. And so the fact that I can start my day, because so many times I've had to make like the evening walk and swimming. That's why I love summer so much,
Mhm.
because I can add that into my day. But a lot of times I'm just too tired.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to start my day with like a nice power walk, get that fresh air, do some laps, no doubt. All the way as long as I can. If I have to get a wetsuit, I'm in, but this could last till November. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about that. Absolutely. A lot of swimming, a lot of self-care. I love
Okay.
it. And sleep is part of that.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so I met you
Gosh.
in 2016, in the beginning of the year, I think, and you changed my life. Like you looked at me. I worked at the Hyatt. I was
Yeah, you
working
did.
like 80-hour weeks, and I always had a bag in my car to make sure if I have to sleep there or not. Anyways,
That was an intense
so you
job.
looked at me and you told me you have so much power within you that you can do whatever you want to do. And here we are now. So how do you
And was I
do
right?
that? Yes.
Okay.
But how do you do that? You have this something special within you that when you look at people, regardless of what kind of walk of life they come, you can see the greatness in them. How do you do that?
That is such a great question. And honestly, they're not prepared. These are not prepared questions. This is like really a hot seat situation. I love that you see that in me. I love that you see that in me, that I see that in you. Because honestly, when people ask me what I'm most proud of in my whole lifetime career, I say that I can see the greatness in people. And when I see the greatness in people, they usually don't disappoint me. there's something about somebody believing in you, right? And I have to say, I go back to my mom, and I talk about this when I teach CV. And in fact, when I was in New York, I choked up talking about this. But my mom, I mean, man, we had money, we had no money. We had food, we had no food. Like, it was up and down. It was very, my mom was a teacher, my dad was an attorney, but it just was, we had some tough times financially, but there was always love. There was always love in my home. And my mom would always say, Melanie, you know, whatever you want to do is possible. My mom saw the greatness in me.
Wow.
My mom saw the greatness in me. At 5 years old, I'm walking around with the microphone singing, and I believed I would be the most famous singer ever in the world and the president of the United States and whatever else I wanted to be. And I had no doubt that that was possible.
Wow. That's
Because
amazing.
my mother, I think it's because I felt so loved, and I know part of that's DNA too, and I'm second born child, but honestly, seeing greatness in people, I think, is such a beautiful thing, because so many people have never had somebody, and it's authentic.
It is. No,
It's not a fake.
not-
It's
no,
like,
no.
I really see people for their greatest self, and that's actually what I'm gonna be leaning into. So I freaking love that you brought that up, is think about that. When somebody believes in you and sees you, like, you want to live into that. You want to grow into that. You don't want to let them down. Just like when you say you're going to do something accountability wise, like, I'm going to work out, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to make 10 calls today. If you tell somebody else, you're more likely to do it because you don't want to let them down.
You're an amazing mentor. That's it.
Aw.
So if you need a coach or mentorship, Melanie will be available.
Well,
very,
that's coming
very, very
soon.
soon.
It's coming soon. Yeah, I said the whole thing's being created. Yeah. And thank you for saying that. And I've seen you on that path, and I've seen you go through a lot. And it's so, and you're also one of my
Well,
dearest friends
I'm
now.
working on becoming a Quantum Leap instructor. So
I love that.
I've attended 2 Quantum Leaps right now, and seeing those high schoolers
Oh, gosh.
in the seats where you pour into them, you ask them the questions about who are you, like
Yeah.
how the past and who the parents are does not define them, and they have the choice to be their own human being with their decisions, their desires, their wishes, and just going after the dream that
Yeah.
everything is possible. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's
So,
amazing. And
yeah.
what's amazing about Mimi is she grew up in Macedonia, which my ex-father-in-law is from, so I'm very familiar with the country, and we've had a lot of talks about this, but you didn't grow up thinking everything was possible.
Oh,
Like, and the American dream wasn't a thing there, and so I always
No.
actually call you my American dream story, right? I've called you that
So
multiple times.
get this, I think I was never exposed to what we have here in Keller Williams,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Until I would say until 2016. I do have to credit the Hyatt because it made
yeah,
me
great company,
feel
right?
like there's so many opportunities out here where I came from. Opportunities are scarce and you don't get the access to them.
Mm-hmm.
But once I came into the Keller Williams world, I was like, whoa, like the whole world opened up. Yes,
It's
there's
amazing.
no limits.
And you
no
leaned
borders.
in though, and you leaned in and grew
Yes.
with it, right? That's the biggest
Absolutely.
difference, yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, what else you want to know? I've stumped my interviewers.
Oh, I know. Okay, so.
I did not prepare them at all.
Yeah,
This is totally.
So one of the things that I thought a lot about, and as we've been having lots of conversations and going through this transition together, one of the things that the more that I know, the more that I become impressed by with you is your resilience and being able to do this and take on and head first these major challenges. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So I'm going to ask you the question that you asked
Yeah,
me.
okay.
For those who are watching, our world is getting ready to change, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be easy, but it will be possible to continue to be successful.
You're talking to our real estate friends right
To
now.
our real estate
Yeah.
friends.
Mhm.
What advice would you give everybody for overcoming adversity and all the hard stuff that's in front of us?
I love that question, actually. You see my Wonder Woman bracelets? Yeah, so this is who I am and what I do, and that's why you've stepped in, and that's why you're also on the agent leadership and pour so much into people. Guys, when life throws stuff at you, like, the best thing is to think about it. I always call a ketoing energy. I was just telling you this the other day. I've talked about this a lot. So
That's why I wanted you to say that.
Okay.
Because this is what I was getting. I found this
is where
very,
you were-
I found this
Okay,
very
so that's where you
helpful.
wanted me to go.
Yes,
Okay,
perfect.
perfect. Okay, so when my youngest son's black belt Taekwondo, both my kids were in Taekwondo for 10 years, all their growing up years. And when you think about Taekwondo, karate, or whatever, any kind of martial art, usually it's an opponent's coming at you, right?
Mhm.
So life's coming at you, something happens. Oh my gosh, the forms are different, or whatever, something's coming at you. And it's our natural tendency to fight back and go against it and like, fight, like two people fighting. And what happens when two energies are like this? Something's got to give and somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose.
Mhm.
Well, Aikido is something I watched my dad do when I would go visit him in LA as a little girl because my parents split when I was really young. And so I just like savored the time with my dad. I would just watch him meditate, Tai Chi, everything. I'd be just watching him and wonder. And he was a big Aikido guy. And what's different about Aikido is when the opponent comes at you in Aikido, and this is Melanie's interpretation. I've not studied this. I don't know if it's true, but this is how I've adapted it to my philosophy and my leadership thing, is when someone comes at you, instead of you resisting and going against them, you step aside, let that energy pass you, and then you use it to your advantage, like a Jedi, right? And so think about when life's changing and most reaction is like, oh my God, panic and the sky is falling. Well, is it though? And I always tell people I'm so actually thrilled that I got my license in 2006 in Nevada, which was #1 in foreclosures and short sales and all the things, because I don't fear any market.
Yeah.
Like I've decided in my life that I will never let life circumstances around me define who I am.
Yeah.
And so right now I see a lot of people living in fear.
Mhm.
And they're living in like conflict or this or that, or they're giving up and quitting and getting out of the arena totally. Wrong, wrong, wrong. So when you want to take this as an opportunity, which it will be, because a lot of people won't show up. They won't make it to the other side. That's just life, right? But when you lean in, come to like, I think part of it is just like the whole commission conversation, what that's going to look like. And we won't know that till we work through it the next, 60 to 90 days. And you said that yourself. But the more confident you can be by, clarity's power, right?
Mhm.
Come to the forums class, come to the role plays, like get comfortable with it, because don't keep your head in the sand. It's not going away.
Yeah.
But the fear that's coming at you, you got to Aikido that stuff. You got to like step aside, because who's in control? You are. You get to decide how you let that impact you. You get to decide how much value you add. I know my value, right? Do you know yours? And that's what it comes down to. And so anytime there's adversity, like a lot of the adversity in my life's been health adversity.
Mhm.
So I've had for the past 9 years, people don't even realize that sometimes I can't get out of bed.
Yeah.
And I know that you can relate to that, and you've seen that very closely with me. And still, it's like, how do I deal with that? How do I deal with that? And so now I have a completely different approach. I still come up, but I listen to my body very differently now, right? Adversity is part of your growth, though. And at the end of the day, you'll find that the things that bring adversity in your life are your greatest gifts, because you become who you are, and you'll be better because of this. You'll be better, and you won't fear any market. And then down the road, when something happens, it doesn't stop you,
No.
but you have a choice. And that's what I love about when, I'm not afraid of this at all.
Love it.
Awesome.
Yeah, lean in, people, though. Lean in, but it comes back to that lighthouse thing that I talk about all the time.
Yeah.
I talk about that all the time. You're probably sick of hearing me talk about the lighthouse, but I really believe that we are the lighthouse to the people in our lives, right? And I say a lighthouse does not run around the shore looking for boats to save,
Yeah.
right? They don't. They weather the storm. They stand there brightly,
Mhm.
whether it's raining, sunny, whatever, and they light the way for other people. Well, that's our agents for their clients.
Yeah.
They got to light the way, not
Mhm.
the other way around. So the clients are confused.
Yeah.
There's so much in media. Media never does us a service.
Mhm.
They're sensationalists. I studied it in college, right? They want how many clicks they're going to get, right?
Right.
And so your job is to really be that calm, be that lighthouse for your people, and educate them what's the best way moving forward. So actually, I think there's a lot of opportunity.
I love that. Mimi and I have one last question for you.
Okay.
When are you getting a rescue dog?
Honey, I have 2 already at home. So when they're not alive anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll replace them.
Yeah.
Because I know you're the girl that I will call when I'm ready.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
exactly. Hey, I'm about to be on the road more. So, the freedom.
I'll watch
Did you miss
them.
the freedom?
There's
Oh,
not an
really?
excuse.
Okay, well, that could be,
yeah.
that changes things then, because they're very expensive to board. I
Uh-huh.
know, I know,
Yeah.
I know. Okay, well, I want to thank you guys for just,
Wait.
oh,
One
you have one more for you.
question.
Okay.
Since this is your slogan, your motto,
Playing to
what
win.
does playing to win look for Melanie?
Oh.
now?
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's the question I ask all my guests. I
Yeah.
love that you said,
Now it's back at you.
God, that's so good. And there's been so many good answers on
Yeah.
that show too. So playing to win for me means going all in with yourself. Because when you go in all in with yourself and you show up as your best self every day, no matter what's happening, and you don't let this stuff destroy you,
Mhm.
it doesn't mean things don't take me out. Trust me.
Yeah.
I close that door and I'll have a good cry every now and then, right?
Mhm.
But I get up, that smile is on, you will never know it.
Yeah.
So when I show my up as my best self every day, I'm giving everybody around me permission to do the same. So no matter what's happening in the world, you're gonna get the best version of Melanie, and you're gonna know if it's funny because people who really know me, they're like, "You good today?" I'm like, "You're not feeling good, right?" And I'll still have the smile, but they can see it in my eyes.
Yeah.
But playing to win is just allowing yourself to live in your best space all the time and not giving yourself excuses why you shouldn't be. And I think people give themselves excuses too easy. And the whole, foundation of
True.
why I call it playing to win is in 2020, people were playing not to lose, right? And that's a survival mode and that's a scarcity mindset. And a playing to win mindset is like, we got this. Doesn't mean this stuff's not happening,
It's happening.
but I gotta shoot the
Don't
ball
let
if I'm gonna
it
win the
distract
game.
you.
I can't
Yeah.
just play,
Yeah.
right? Exactly. And so really showing up, you're playing to win is really, showing up as the best version of yourself because you deserve it and everybody around you deserves it.
Love it.
And that's
Yeah.
playing to win.
Thank you.
I love it. Okay, thank you for the last live, and now there's
Bye.
more to come. I love you guys.
Love
Love
you
you too.
Okay, let's support Erin, and then any real estate needs.
Yes, wait,
Maybe- yeah.
if you have not met Erin yet, you
Yes.
guys are missing out. She is
Thank
a
you.
wealth of knowledge.
She's amazing.
She's bringing something to all of us that if you are not gonna utilize her being our leader,
Yeah.
you're gonna be losing out, especially now. Erin is in the trenches with us. She grew an amazing team. She
Yes.
led that team. You guys have no
Yep.
idea the power, what a powerhouse she
Thank
is.
you. That's so
So,
sweet.
Please, 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 make an effort to come and meet Erin, and
Please.
it's gonna be amazing.
And
We're
she-
gonna have an amazing time.
It is, and she's interim, so you'll only have her for a limited time, most likely, and then she'll be on the Austin team, but she lives really far south. So this is your chance, and she's doing consultations, right?
Totally. If you guys have a team or you're thinking about growing a team or you're having challenges with staff or whatever that looks like for you personally, I am wide open for consultations. I would love to sit down and learn about your business and hopefully give some direction on the next
Yeah.
steps that you can take so that you can move things along. Because I believe that the next 60 to 90 days in our industry is going to be a game changer, and there are going to be people that show up and do the things and take market share because they see it as an opportunity versus the people who are scared and who are not leaning
right.
in. And so I would love to partner with you guys who are looking at this as an opportunity for massive growth during this time period.
So be
Yep.
that person that shows up and does the things.
That's right.
Next
And,
month.
next
Let's
month,
do this.
Yeah.
let's do it. We
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
this. Play to win. See you guys at my other studio. And come say hi to Erin and come and Mimi, thank you for being our committee chair for all the education
Oh,
that
of
you bring
course.
in. Like
Yeah,
next week we got social
absolutely.
media, all the things. So
Yeah.
all right.
I love it.
All right. Next
Bye.
chapter. Woohoo! Here we go. Bye.